Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and it looks like we have a small but interesting update regarding Sherlock Holmes 3. Yeah, now, not Sherlock Holmes as in Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock Holmes, but the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. And this comes from Jude Law. Now, it's nothing super exciting, but it's interesting because they've been talking about this forever at this stage, and it sounds like things could possibly starting to move forward. So let's have a look at this. So Jude Law has given fans an encouraging, albeit minor, update on the status of Sherlock Holmes 3. Riding the wave of Robert Downey Jr.'s comeback from Iron Man and Tropic Thunder, Sherlock Holmes was a box office hit in 2009, grossing $524 million worldwide and redefining the character for the modern audience. It wasn't that modern audience you're thinking of back then when it says that. The sequel, 2011's Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows, quickly went into production but was seen as a critical and financial disappointment compared to its predecessor, despite grossing $543 million at the worldwide box office. Plans for Sherlock Holmes 3 have been discussed over and over and over for a decade now. Law, who played Holmes' trusty companion John Watson in both films, has finally provided a small update on the third film. While speaking with the playlist, Law said a new draft of a script for Sherlock Holmes 3 has been completed, but he has not read it yet. In addition to being eager to reunite with Downey Jr., he also seemingly confirmed that at one point the story for Sherlock Holmes 3 would have involved time travel. Oh, Jesus. Possibly similar to the short-lived children's cartoon Sherlock Holmes in the 23rd Century. When asked about the time travel element, he just said, "Gosh, yeah, that's interesting. The plan has been evolving over how many years it's been now, probably nearly 10 years, Law went on to say. So, here's his full statement for what this is. So it says, "There's a great will to make it, and a great will amongst us all to get it right, to do it, to find the time, to find the right team. The one great thing I took from both of those films is my friendship with Robert and his wife Susan. They mean an awful lot to me. The hope is we're still going to do it. I think there's a new iteration of the script I haven't read yet, and then there's a case of how expensive is it, and can we get it made? But honestly, also there's a friendship, but also the expenses of working with Robert, and he really does bring an extraordinarily brilliant, fun, motivated and inspirational kind of quality to a film set, and I miss it. Being a part of that, it was a great experience." So it almost sounds like there that the hang up isn't so much the script and all that type of stuff. It sounds like the hang up is actually paying Robert Downey Jr. Doesn't even sound like it's, well, how much is the movie going to cost? What's the budget going to run up on this? It sounds like they're going, Downey Jr. is going to demand something like 50 million to do this movie, and it's nuts to that. We're not paying 50 million. It's going to be interesting to see what the reaction is to his return in Marvel. Now, of course, they announced that. People got excited. Some people got concerned. Then, of course, he kind of tarnished a lot of that with the whole Harris campaign bloody Avengers video thing that was just eye-rolling and cringy as hell. So that may affect people's enthusiasm for his return and stuff. It'll be interesting. Of course, I'm sure he'll be great in the role, but at the same time, the movie could stink. You know, let's be honest here. It's modern day Marvel. It could end up being an absolute disaster where we're just looking going, Jesus, did they drop the ball on this? And makes people go, maybe he shouldn't return to roles he's done. Don't know, but the main thing about it seems to be, and Jude Law says it flat out, is like, yeah, it's really expensive to work with Robert Downey Jr. It's basically his demands that are the hang-ups for these things. So we'll wait and see. As he says there is a new draft, and it seems their scripts and whatnot. They're obviously trying to figure out, can they do it for cheaper? Can they convince Downey Jr. probably to do it for cheaper? We don't know. We'll wait and see what happens with this. And again, let's see what happens with Downey Jr. because even though he's saying he wants to go back to it, I don't think Warner Brothers is in a position to go, yeah, we'll give you 50 million to do it. They may try and sway him in by going, look, we'll give you probably 12 million or something like they paid Joaquin Phoenix for Joker and stuff. They might go here. Well, actually, they gave him 20 million, wasn't it? 20 or 25 million for Folie à Deux. They could give him an offer like that, but give him add-ons with like merchandise and that type of crap. Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I thought it's interesting. I do like those two movies. Yes, I do even like A Game of Shadows. Think they kind of maybe wasted Moriarty very quickly. You know, it was very much a one and done. But yeah, I was definitely looking forward to at least seeing it be rounded out as a trilogy, and here we are still waiting. But let's see what comes of it. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. Who knows? So with that, I'll leave it there for this one. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.